checking out this video. Don't forget, like and subscribe. All right, we got Smackdown and Collision to talk about, and Smackdown was very newsworthy because we had John Cena's final ever Smackdown. We had a live John Cena match for a title, the return of Brock Lesnar, and the return of AJ Lee. And honestly, aside from those things, this really wasn't much of a show.
There was a lot of stuff. That's, aside from an hour of the show, it wasn't that, whatever.
Yeah.
The
first segment was good, the last segment was good, and the rest was just a Smackdown show.
Yeah, the last segment was awesome.
Yes.
I mean, it was really well done. Becky Lynch was so good in building that thing up. The only thing is, like, when AJ Lee came out, I mean, it's like, I know you have to do it, but Becky Lynch acts like, she saw a ghost. And it's like, she's been talking about it, it's like everyone knows this is there. It's like, it's one thing if it was out of nowhere, but it's like, this was not a surprise at all. But, whatever. That was the one thing where I thought, this is a little bit corny when...
Well, she has a tendency to do that because if you ever watch her matches, if somebody kicks out of a move...
Yeah, she does the face.
She does the big-time overacting that someone kicked out of a move.
Yeah.
So the John Cena segment opened up the show. He's doing this big, long interview. It's his final ever Smackdown, and, people are going wild for this guy, and he's just there to thank you all. We'll see you next time. But he's interrupted by Sami Zayn.
They booed the hell out of Sami Zayn.
They cheered his entrance and then booed him out of the building.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm not here to interrupt, even though he was. And he says, I just want your permission to do the U.S. title open challenge. When you did it, it was so great, meant so much to young guys, including me. I wanted to do the same thing. And Cena says that's a great idea. He goes to leave. And Sami says, hold on a second. 10 years ago, I barely had a foot in the door. You gave me this opportunity. Now you have 1 foot out the door. Actually, 2 feet. And if tonight's your last Smackdown, my last chance to share the ring with you, I want to put this title on the line tonight. And now the fans loved Sami. And so Cena said, you want to have a U.S. title match tonight? Well, let's do it. And the place goes nuts. That is the opener. And this was your classic John Cena. Call the entire match in the ring. Screaming spots the entire time. And they went a long time. And
they went like 22 minutes or something.
Yep.
Right?
He totally played to the crowd. He started doing everybody's moves. He had the angle slam and Edge's spear, and then the fans start chanting for the RKO. So he goes for the RKO, but Sami shoves him off. And finally, they fight up top, and Cena hits a super AA off the top, but he can't cover. And that's when they hit Brock's music, and this place goes wild. And Brock comes down, pulls the ref out of the ring, gives Sami the F5, gives Cena the F5, gives Cena another F5, saunters out and leaves, and later issues the challenge to John Cena for WrestlePalooza, so it is on. This was a great open to the show.
Oh, yeah, the crowd was super into it. One of the things in that match, which is very unique, is in WWE, they kind of teach you, this is very different from AEW. In AEW, when they have the commercial break, you might see like great moves in AEW during the commercial break. In WWE, you're pretty much taught it's a commercial break. It's something like not at one point it was actually don't do anything, just stall. It's the commercial break. Now, they don't make it so obvious, but it's like, you don't do anything big. Cena was doing like attitude adjustments during the commercial break. I mean, it was like he was working the match for the live show and he's got his few moves and he just does them over and over again, but it works.
And now everyone else's moves.
Yeah, and everyone else's moves. Yeah, it's just what the deal is. So, but yeah, I was, they did do the side by side picture thing. So it's like I did see it, but it's like I'm watching this going like he's doing attitude adjustments for near falls, like during the commercial. That's like, that could happen in AEW, but that's not WWE. But it was for tonight. Well, for Friday night, I should say.
We had Miz and Mello meeting with Aldis. He said he'd deal with him later, and then Becky showed up. Had an Aleister Black video package hyping up the match with Priest, and then we got that match, and it was all right. I didn't think this was a great match, but it was fine. And the ref, first Aleister attacks Damien before the bell, beats him so bad that Damien's selling it like he's concussed. This ref rings the bell anyway. Then they brawl outside, and Alistair and Priest are fighting by the table, and the ref says, "Don't you do it. Don't you do it." And Priest gives Alistair the edge on the table anyway. Ref does nothing. They get back in the ring, and then Priest goes for the South of Heaven, but Black grabs the ref, shoves the referee into Priest, hits the Black Mass. What does the ref do after getting shoved into the guy? He counts the pin. This ref sucked. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and click that notify button, and you'll never miss a video again.